America and everywhere else in the world. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Corey Has a Podcast. A new week is upon us, and right now I currently feel like I'm being caught in a scam. And this is how this works. It's a social media scam where someone messages you and goes, "Hey man, if I feature you on this page, you'll gain like 3,000 to 5,000 followers." And I'm like, there's no fucking way that this is a real thing. There's no way this works. And if it does work, I'm going to get followed by a bunch of fucking bots. And I'm going to pay you money. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, this is one scam in my life that I've not gotten caught in yet. So maybe I'll just give it a shot, right? And then I go, nah, fuck that. What the hell am I thinking? I leave it alone. And this dude's been messages. This dude has been like persistent. Yo, bro. Yo, man. What's up, boss? What's up, king? Throwing little crowns on there. Yo, emojis really changed the game. Because when not only did he call me king, but he like he put a crown there and shit. And, I think that's cool. I think that's cool that, men, particularly black men, started referring to each other as king instead of bringing each other down. I think that's really cool. I'm not going to lie. But this motherfucker was so persistent. And I was like, he's like, listen, man, 2 posts, $36. And I was like, you accept Venmo? So he goes, nah, Cash App. So I sent this motherfucker $36. I sent them $36. No big deal at all. I got $36. If I didn't have $36, this would be I'd be in a different problem, right? So I sent him $36. Then he started trying to upsell me. He's like, yo, $10 extra, I could do it. I'm like, bro, just do the original thing. Like, I'm curious. You've piqued my curiosity. No, stop. And now I'm getting scammed, okay? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I may never hear from this dude again. But anyway, I'm just curious to see how it goes. So I'm going to update you all on that soon. I'm very curious to know how often people get caught in these. Because when you post something, especially if you do like fitness or whatever it is, obviously that's what I do. So whenever you post, you get one of those, please send us a DM. Please check your hidden requests because we sent you this, that, and the third. And it's like, oh my God, it's all fake. It's all bullshit. We want you to be a brand ambassador for our clothing brand. And it's like, chances are, if you are a fitness person, you're a fitness professional, you've been working out for a long time, even if you're just a person who the gym is a big part of your life, you have the shit that you wear to the gym that is dependable, reliable, and you've been wearing it for years. You know what your size is. You could order it online. You don't have to go try it on, none of that shit. We all have our stuff, right? People love Lululemon. People love, like, I'm a Vuori guy. Pretty much all my shorts are from Vuori. It's great. And I have like a little quote unquote influencer discount thing with them that's really nice. So yeah, it's you find what you like. So you get these random ass brands hitting you up, like it'll be like GP Athletics. You don't even know what the fuck it stands for, but it'll just be like it'll look like Gymshark with a different logo on it, So it's just kind of funny. So yeah, I mean, I currently could be getting caught in a scheme, or I could gain a few followers. The point is, I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna put this perception of these motherfuckers always hitting you up, like, can they help you? Can they not help you? Is it fake? Is it real? I'm kind of curious. So this is like a little bit of an experiment that I'm doing right now. So again, I will update you all on how this goes as soon as I see what happens. I feel like what's the worst that could happen? It's interesting. I was thinking about this recently, like consequences of certain actions become there. Like you worry about different things when you get older. Like I'm worried about people having access to my personal account information and shit like that. Like that's what I'm concerned with. I'm not necessarily concerned with someone hacking my social media as much because I don't fucking get paid off social media. Like I don't, it's a great tool. And what I would ideally like to turn my social media into is a tool where I can network, I can be invited to events, I can use it to grow my own business, but I don't fucking need, I don't need anything else other than that. What else even is there? Honestly, someone tell me, but I don't need anything other than that. So, what happens is if you do get your shit hacked or you end up having to lose it and start over from the beginning, it's harder now, I believe, to build your following or whatever than it used to be. I remember back when Instagram came out, I didn't have it. I take a long time to get stuff. And I remember motherfuckers had it. And I was like, what is this? Just what? Like, I was like 20-something years old. And I was like, what is it? So then I finally got one. And I remember you could scroll all the way down to the bottom of your followers, and whatever they posted that was like the last thing that you didn't see, you would just get there and there would be no more. You've seen it all. And I think that's actually kind of cool. But now it's just like infinite searching, infinite. You close the app, you open it again, and there's just more shit there. There's more shit. There's more suggested shit. There's more ads. There's stuff to buy. If you thought about something for a second and maybe mentioned that you were thinking about buying a pair of shoes, that pair of shoes shows up. Like, it's just all so fucking constant, And on the one hand, I think, they're constantly trying to get you to buy shit. Right. I understand that. But it's also just like, it's just not what it once was. And I'm one of those people that I like the original version of stuff, I've as I get older, I try to get a little more comfortable with things changing because I just always understand that things will change. But I am the original version guy. You know what I mean? Like when I saw the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, I didn't like his costume very much. I thought they could have done a little better with the costume. I didn't like how it had this like peacoat collar on the back of his fucking neck. Like, I just didn't really understand that because Batman didn't have that shit when I was growing up on the Batman costume. But then again, if I really think back to even like when Adam West was Batman, that costume looked kind of like a silly Party City costume. So, maybe because when I was a kid, the Batman that I grew up with had the best costume to me, right? So maybe the new people now that are like the younger kids, because I'm sure if I was like 10, 11, 12, I would have begged my mom or not had to beg my dad at all to take me to go see Batman. And I would have saw the Batman movie and loved it because I was always a superhero guy, even though Batman's not a superhero, so don't fucking jump down my throat about it. I know. He's the world's greatest detective. But, yeah, I would have definitely seen the movie and I probably would have loved it. That would have been my Batman, right? People love Michael Keaton as Batman. People love fucking, I don't know if I've never heard anyone say that Val Kilmer is their favorite Batman, but you know what? If he is, okay, cool. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, I could currently be being caught in a scheme. I did this thing where I sent the $36 and then I went and looked up I went and Googled if this is a scam after the fact, which is kind of a rookie move, but also I'm feeling a little bit adventurous today. So why not? Fuck it. It's, every day is every passing minute is another chance to turn it all around and so on and so forth. And that is an amazing movie. And if you don't know the reference, it is from Vanilla Sky. Yeah. So if anybody, I'm actually very curious. So I'd love to have someone write in to me. Corey has a podcast at gmail.com. And let me know if you have ever sent money on Instagram to help grow your page. Why does anyone want to grow their Instagram page? I think there's tons of reasons. Right now, I have Corey has a podcast at gmail.com open and React Special Team Invitation. There's this Brent React Activewear. I'm reaching out because we think you'd be a great ambassador for our brand. I never heard of this fucking thing, right? Now, am I a fool? Is React gonna blow up next year and everybody's gonna be wearing it, including some of my favorite athletes? And I'll be like, damn, I could have got on that boat. And I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Because what happens? What if it is real? You're coming to me? I don't even have enough followers. That's why I just gave somebody $36, right? Now, why would... I'm very curious. You want to grow your upper body, your Instagram following. Why? Instagram has become the go-to social media network for sharing photos and videos with more than 2 billion active users today. As a result, Instagram marketing and having a high follower count can boost exposure and visibility for business to reach their target audience. That's pretty much what I was talking about, right? It's really foolish to think you're so cool that you have to resist things that you don't really like that much, right? Like, you got to do it for the, and, if you want to be successful, there's certain things you have to do. If you want to be an adult, there's things you got to do that you don't necessarily want to do all the time, right? So for me at this point in my life, I look at this shit and I'm like, how? It almost becomes like a game. And I'm not a huge gamer, but it's like a game, And I saw this interview with 50 Cent, and he was talking about Lloyd Banks. And he was like, from G-Unit, for those of you who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So G-Unit is a group that 50 Cent formed when he was coming up. And he had a bunch of mixtapes with them, and he had some super dope lyrical rappers with some crazy dope songs. And 50 Cent was like, once at some point in time, crowned the best hook writer in the game when he was out. He would write these catchy fucking hooks, and everybody loved his song. Every song he made, he just couldn't miss, And everybody loved him, and he really was a strike while the iron's hot type of dude. Super smart guy, and he was trying to put his boys on, but they just had this hood mentality, like, certain shit is like, that shit is not cool, that shit is corny, whatever. And the reason 50 Cent is still successful, and you don't know who some of these other motherfuckers are, is because 50 Cent he put his pride to the side and said, this is what I'm going to do so I can become successful. And I respect that. I respect that a lot, because it's like, what's the alternative? The alternative is being stagnant, staying where you are, and whatever complaints you have about your life now will not change in 5, 8, 10 years, right? You just be complaining about the same shit, and then one day you'll just be fucking old, right? So you can't grow like that. And so 50 Cent was talking about this conversation he had with Lloyd Banks. He was like, I was telling Banks to get on Instagram. And he was like, nah, that shit is corny. He was like, he was trying to be like, oh, Big and Pac wouldn't have had Instagram. And 50 was like, first of all, how the fuck do you know that? And you know what? It's so true. Like, we make these assumptions. You know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers died way before their time. I'm willing to bet that knowing how much these motherfuckers used to talk about, when you listen to rappers and you listen to hip hop, what do they talk about? At least back when I was like younger and I was listening to music, I still do. But like, what do they talk about? Making money and becoming successful by any means necessary, right? Like, especially Tupac. Like, he used to call himself Machiavelli, right? So like, by any means necessary, these motherfuckers want to be successful and make money and flex and floss and show off their riches. Why would they not take advantage of the fact that this tool exists to give them more exposure, promote their business, and grow? Right? Right. So who's to say? Or they just want to be some hood motherfuckers. They just want to be so afraid to quote unquote sell out that they just become irrelevant. Right? I think the goal really is just staying relevant. I think just in general, right? Like, if you work somewhere, you work for a big company, and meetings go by for weeks after weeks and you don't say nothing and you're not producing, you just kind of become irrelevant and you get overlooked. You know, they say the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? You just constantly got to be in everybody's face. A closed mouth don't get fed. You know, all these sayings. It's like, you got to put your pride aside and fucking grind. Or if you're just totally happy with, like this is the thing. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with like staying low key, staying off the grid, not wanting to be involved with shit. If you're happy with that, that's cool. But if you're a person that walks around talking about they want this and that, and they see their lives like this, you got to play the game. You know, you got to play the game. Because if you're not playing the game, then shut the fuck up. Like, you can't really, you know, we can't win if you ain't playing. Yeah, that's it. Simple as that. But anyway, yeah. So, you know, we'll see what happens about this scheme that I'm potentially being caught in, and that's about it. Like, I just figured, fuck it, right? And you know what? If it goes bad, then it's something that I can laugh about. Because I tell you what, I still got a good things going for me, right? Still got a great home and a beautiful woman in my life, and you know, I got hair on my head. You know, I got this pimple on the side of my mouth right now. It's like it just came out of nowhere, and I know why. Because I haven't shaved. I haven't, you know, normally I'll trim my facial hair up like every like two or 3 days, right? I would like bust out the machine. But now it's gotten to a point where like this is gonna become a project because I just haven't been shaving. I just been skipping days. And then what happens is, and I don't know if ladies, I feel like there's a lot of women that listen to the show. As a dude, when this hair is growing out of your face, there's like an itchy point when it's first growing back. You know, you get a little itchy, especially on the neck. So I like clean up the neck a little bit so I'm not walking around with a fucking Abraham Lincoln Amish neck beard. Clean that up. My shit doesn't connect, so I got to make sure that the neck is clean at least, because then otherwise I just become grotesque. So you know, I as days go by, once you get past the itchy point, you'll just fucking let it go. And I went and got a haircut, so now my hair on my head looks nice and neat, and I got the scruff, so I like a little juxtaposition as well. But I got to shave. It's becoming problematic. Nobody likes it, especially me. But also, it's just going to take longer now, and I'm just only making it worse. So, yeah, that's it. That's about, that's all I got right now. Maybe I will go shave, you know, or maybe I'll spend the rest of my morning laying around and drinking water because I am on a new hydration campaign. Let me explain to you my hydration campaign, everyone. I wake up in the morning. I go into the bathroom. I brush my teeth. Then I go pour a tall cup of water. I drink the whole thing, pour a second one, start making breakfast. 5 eggs with some egg whites. And then I'm sipping on the second cup already. So I'm already 2 huge cups. So they're huge. I'm going to say they're 16 ounces. I'm already like 32 ounces in by the time like I'm done with breakfast. And then but for the rest of the day, you're just sipping on water, sipping on water, sipping on water. Do you have to pee a lot? Yes. You know, did I still get a pimple on my face? Sure, I did. But it is good for your skin, they say. So we'll see what I'm going to update you on if I'm getting scammed and if the hydration campaign is working after 2 weeks. It's been about a week. I've been doing this for a while, but like I've been conscious of it for at least a solid week. So we'll see what happens. Listen, everybody, have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people you love. Go watch the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I need to catch up on some fucking movies myself. Otherwise, yeah, take care. See you later. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy the week. And take care of yourselves and the people you love. Peace.